This is an effort to destroy our neighborhoods and silence our voices even further.
Here is a video from Fox about how Biden is now struggling with black voters, really since day one of him being in office.
A recent poll has Biden down nearly 30% among black voters since the 2020 election. What's changed? Look at the economy. The optimal color is not black or brown, it's green. You hear me say that almost every day. Trump has gained 15 points in that time. Congressman James Clyburn of South Carolina downplaying the numbers here. He says, I don't think black voters have left the fold. I don't know what is going on with the polling taking place here. How can the polls get that so wrong? That's going on all over the country. Well, not everybody sees it that way. Political reports, prominent black Democrats are setting off alarm bells over Biden's black voter problems.
Okay, so why are they ditching the Democrats? Well, again, I think black people are just like everybody else. I know that's quite a controversial statement if I was in certain circles, but I think a black person, much like a white person, when they go to the grocery store and they're like, boy, the price of a pound of beef used to be $4.99, now it's $8.99. That seems like a problem. The price of a dozen eggs used to be $6.99, now it's $9.99. That seems like a problem. I went to the bank and I was trying to get a mortgage so that I could get a house, and the interest rate's now 7.5% instead of about 2.75% when the Orange Man was president. And we can do this over and over and over again on a million things. I think black people also, just like white people, they see videos of thousands of immigrants, illegal immigrants, blasting through our borders, and they're like, oh, that seems like a problem. I think black people who often live in inner cities are like, oh, the crime that's happening here and the shootings and all of the drugs, that might be a problem. I know Sunny Hostin doesn't think any of those things are a problem, because I have no doubt she lives in a super exclusive, well-secure building, probably on the Upper East Side, or maybe in the suburbs over there, and she doesn't have to deal with that, so she can just on the black people who are dealing with the real fallout of the politics that she endorses. But speaking of that fallout, we've shown you a lot of videos over the last year of Chicago. And in Chicago, I think we said the numbers yesterday, 45 black people were shot in Chicago over the weekend. 8 were killed. It was all black on black crime, so you're not going to hear that anywhere. But what's happening in Chicago is that black people, and again, because they have the same concerns as white people, they are worried about immigrants coming into their communities, voting illegally, taking social services and everything else. Check this out.
Politically, having over 500 people in our community would completely wipe out any interest we have. Are you aware that there are immigrant advocates at state houses all over this country who are advocating for non-citizen voting in local elections? What if that happened here? That would change the mindset of what we as a black community need to thrive here in Chicago. That's a concern of ours. This is much bigger than the mayor of Chicago or Chicago Police Department. This is an effort to destroy our neighborhoods and silence our voices even further.
So I'm sorry, Sunny Hostin, is that black guy and those black people around him and those people who are concerned about what's happening in Chicago because their social services are running dry, homeless shelters are being overrun by illegals, et cetera, the crime that they're dealing with, all of that, on top of the fact that illegals are going to vote in Democrat-run districts and everything else, are they sellouts? Are they unicorns? Or are you just a f***ing idiot? I think we know the answer. I'm really working blue today. I don't know what happened. Hey, don't click away just yet, because today's video is brought to you by our friends at 1775 Coffee. Guys, instead of waking up tomorrow morning and drinking your mold-infested, big corporation-owned, woke ideology coffee that's probably making you sick from the pesticides it's sprayed with, try Rumble 1775 Coffee, support freedom of speech, and build a parallel economy that actually values you. Go to 1775 Coffee right now and pick up your first bag. Use code Rubin to save 10% off your first order.